Hi, Richard. Welcome back to another edition of Ask Richard. I have a question that came in through email to the head office today. And the question is, I'm wondering, how do I use the Quantum Touch pendant to help my cat? Can I put it near where she sleeps or her water or food bowls? If I do this, do I still have to have an intention?
All right. This is really a deeper question because it's going into a lot of directions. I discovered that you could put consciousness into physical objects. And I wrote about it in my book, The Secret Nature of Matter. And I have over 50 experiments that you can do yourself to find out when and how you're putting consciousness into objects. The pendant has been charged by 6 or 8 of our top quantum touch instructors and myself. These pendants work from intention. They don't work by themselves. So you can just hand somebody and say, what do you think of this? And they look at it, oh, it's a nice pendant. It's pretty, but it's not going to do anything. But if you have the intent, for example, of just touching their shoulder and having them instantly align their hips and cranial bones, it'll work. Now, if you have the intent of touching their water bowl and saying, okay, I have the intent that this is going to give healing energy for my cat, tap, done. You can tap your plate and charge your dinner, tap. But you have to, it only works with intent. Intent triggers the phenomenon of the pendant work. You could tap the cat's head or its body and say, tap, tap, tap. I have the intention of giving you the energy from all those quantum touch top instructors and teachers, and just tap it. You don't have to do it multiple times, but you can. I was surprised one time because I gave a pendant to a chiropractor in Mexico who knew nothing about my work. And he was feeling something off on one of the mid-cervicals of this woman's neck. And he had noticed that if he tapped one time, he could get the hips to align and the cranial bones to align. But then he was using the pendant without my instructions, and he just kept tapping her neck on the spot where the vertebra was out, and he tapped it like 10 or 12 times, and he said, oh yeah, it's in now. I didn't know you could do that. And so we really need to research this stuff, but I don't know anybody doing the actual research. We want to get universities studying these phenomenon, but when I showed scientists at the University of Arizona, they all agreed it was real, that objects could hold consciousness that would, and the head professor said, this would change our understandings of physics, medicine, psychology, human identity, and philosophy. But all the scientists, the 4 postdocs in the room who said they wanted to research and publish, all called it academic suicide. And the head professor compared me to a long list of scientists who couldn't be appreciated while they were alive, and said, there's no university that's going to study this because it breaks the model of reality. So you're welcome to play with a pendant. If you haven't gotten a pendant, you might want to get one because these things are absolutely phenomenal. And I'll let the cat out of the bag. We're going to be coming out with a new pendant probably in the next 4 to 6 weeks. And it's going to be the ageless pendant to slow, stop, and potentially reverse aging. We're just getting it manufactured. We're looking at the design. We got a design. We're getting it. We're not ready to sell it yet, but if you stay on our mailing list, you'll know about it when it's available.
At one point, I got a sneak peek of the design in the works, and it looked amazing. Yeah, that's exciting. I'll put the link to the shop also for the regular pendants in the description below in the YouTube description. And so for anybody who wants to shop for the pendants, then they can find it there. And we'll be sure to announce when the new pendant is out as well. Thank you so much, Richard. And thank you to the person who sent in that wonderful question as well.